Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday, the 18th of January. We continue following Robert Murray McShane's reading plan, and one of the chapters we read is Nehemiah Chapter 8. The background is that as they were rebuilding the temple and beginning to rebuild Jerusalem, they brought the law out and read it to the people. They must have not heard it for their entire life. Jerusalem had been destroyed, everything had been lost, and they'd probably only heard stories about the law. They never actually heard it because it just hadn't been available. Nobody had copies of it. It was not something that was widely distributed. Now finally, they all gather together. Ezra the priest stands up and reads the law to them. It was a moving occasion. But I was struck by verse 9 where Nehemiah stands up and he says to the people, "This day is holy to the Lord your God. Do not mourn or weep." For all the people had been weeping as they listened to the words of the law. So clearly they'd been touched, their hearts had been moved, they'd been convicted. Here were all these things they shouldn't have been doing and they got so much wrong and they were weeping before the Lord. But Nehemiah says, don't weep. This is not a day for weeping. This day is holy to the Lord. And he continues and he says to them, "Go and enjoy choice food and sweet drinks, and send some to those who have nothing prepared. This day is holy to our Lord. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." And that struck me. He says, go out and celebrate. Go out with joy and feast. And so seldomly do we do that. As Christians, we're much better at the grieve and mourn and sit in church and be serious and have a serious face on and don't make a big noise. We're not very good at go out and party. That is something we don't get right easily. The closest we come to is tea and a scone after the service. Well, admitted, COVID has sort of kiboshed a lot of things, but even before COVID, we weren't a great celebrating people. And we talk about the joy of the Lord, and that just meant that you'd sing a slightly different hymn that some people, enthusiasts, might even clap their hands at. But we've never really got this go out and enjoy choice food and sweet drinks and send some to those who've got nothing. The joy of the Lord is your strength. So maybe this year we need to find ways of rejoicing, of enjoying what God provides, of sharing it, of making the joy of the Lord physical and tangible and real in our lives and drawing strength from that. So how we do this, I haven't worked out yet, but I'm keen to discover and to work on this. So be challenged in that as well. Let us go out and make the joy of the Lord our strength. And then we will be blessed.